So it's been a while since my last video blog, and not much has changed in the London market, apart from the fact, if anything, it's even stronger. London continues to be seen as a store of wealth for all nationalities from all parts of the world. And we've seen Spanish, French, you name it, they're coming here wanting to invest their money. When you look at the German bond auction last week offering a 0% return, it surely can't come as a surprise to you that people are looking to invest their money in really what is in effect gold with interest. London is returning about 3 or 4% gross at the moment, but when you factor in capital appreciation, which I think has been 5, 6, maybe even 7% this year, higher in some places, then it really is that incredible store of wealth. The big news in the last quarter was what the Chancellor decided to do with stamp duty. Any property over £2 million now attracts a stamp duty of 7%. Now, there has to come a point of indifference when sellers and buyers decide, actually, I'm not going to sell, I'm going to stay put. And really, this must be a major factor in what's going to happen with the market in the future. The market needs to move. It's crazy to think about overtaxing people at this level. London used to be one of the cheapest places in the world. Low estate agents' fees, and some of you might not believe that, but UK estate agents' fees are incredibly low compared to the rest of the world, and low government taxes. Now, it's jumped to second in the world behind Singapore as the most expensive place in which to own property. This has to be a problem for the future, and my big fear is the government and the Chancellor will kill the goose that lays the golden egg. And this golden egg has a lot to go round. Every property transaction means that plumbers, builders, kitchen manufacturers, carpet fitters, carpet makers, you name it, anybody involved in the housing chain benefits from a strong and active housing market. We're still 50%, get that, 50% less in terms of volume than we were over the last 15-year average. This can't be a healthy way to go. And prices obviously will go up and continue to go up unless we build more houses. We're still not building anything like enough houses for the population in the UK, and historically low levels of stock mean that I can see no change in pricing. Prices are going up now, and they will continue to go up, certainly for the rest of this year. The Olympics is obviously fast approaching. It's a double-edged sword for us. I'm frankly terrified of what it's going to do to our market in the short term. I think it'll mean getting around London is going to be incredibly painful, and people will have trouble getting out, seeing properties, will have trouble showing them. The other side of that coin is it is the most expensive marketing campaign for London ever, and to have billions of pounds spent on really showing the world what an incredible, an extraordinary city London is, will, in my view, in the medium and long term, do London enormous amounts of good. London continues to cement its reputation as one of the best cities in the world to live in. And again, it shouldn't be a surprise that many nationals, foreign nationals, want to live here. They either want to invest or to live here. The reasons for this popularity are obvious. We have an amazing educational system in this country. Schools, universities, restaurants, architecture. London is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Couple that with a store of wealth and an ability to feel secure about your investment mean that London will, in my view, continue to be the preeminent and most dominant capital city in the world where people will want to be. The rest of the year is difficult to predict, mainly because of the Olympics. It'll definitely take people's eye off the ball. Having said that, I think property prices have already appreciated between 5 and 7% this year. And I don't see much more, but I see a little more there. The market would undoubtedly slow during those Olympic months, but in general, a very positive year, and one that I think London will look back on as a great year.